Hello and welcome to the second lecture of Introduction to General Purpose GPU Programming in CUDA-C. Today's lesson is going to be on device querying. It's going to be a pretty simple, small and straightforward lecture. Uh, it isn't involved with any parallel programming. It's just required by software engineers to know what kind of a GPU do we have that they're going to use in their application if there is more than one of them. Details on it like the clock speed or the memory available, stuff like that. So it's important from that perspective. And among other things, for those of you who are wondering what IDE this is the Nsight by NVIDIA. It is provided with the CUDA toolkit, I believe that is. And as far as the distribution goes, it's Fedora 27. I haven't covered the installation process for CUDA because it varies from platform to platform, and the documentation is pretty much alright for whichever place you want to install it. Maybe in a later video I could do it. I mean, on Fedora it was pretty straightforward. I just had to add a package. I have had trouble on Windows and other platforms though from time to time. And alright, let's get started with today's lesson. So we're going to start with the standard. Okay, so the details that we are going to retrieve for the GPU are going to be saved in a structure that's provided by CUDA. It's called the CUDA device prop, and it basically stores all the details I just mentioned about the GPU, like a lot of them. So this is what we're going to use, and we have one variable more that's going to maintain the count of the devices that we are going to have. Now on my laptop there's only one GPU, but for demonstration I'm still going to do it. But before this I need to retrieve the number of GPUs. That's gonna be done through CUDA device get device count. And goes here and count. Okay, so this loop is going to go from my to count. So now within the loop we want to retrieve the properties for each of the devices, so it's going to be done through this method, get device properties. It's going to be stored here. So this is nothing but iterating over each of the devices and getting the properties. Now to see if this is going to work, let's just try printing some of these properties. And that should be okay. So let's start with the name. These variables are defined within the structure, so if you want to look up how many of them are there and which ones are there specifically, you should refer to the NVIDIA documentation. I mean, that lists all of them. We're not going to go over all of them because that would be a redundant process. However, I could show you the device query function that is supplied with the CUDA samples that should be using these methods too. So that's also there. Let's see the next one. Let's go with compute capability. Oh, by the way, I never added the format specifier here. Cool. So %d, and this should be prop.major, the major version, and the minor one. The compute capability, my bad, not the version. And lastly, it's going to be, let's say, clock speed in gigahertz, should be %f. So that should be prop dot clock rate divided by this much, I suppose. It returns in kilohertz, I think. So that should do it. and let's just run this thing now. Should run. There we go. Oh, okay, I made some mistake. Oh wait, there should be a 1.0 here. Floats. And there we have it. The name, and I know this is a very bad GPU, but this laptop's pretty old and that's what I have to do with right now. And that's the compute capability, barely there, and the clock speed. So that was for the device querying. You could go over other properties, print them, see if there's anything useful there. Now I'll just go over this thing. That's the desktop, by the way. Let's go to where we have the samples. User local. Okay, wonder why it's not completing. There you go. Samples, utilities, and device query should be the place. And let's just run it once. There we go. So it mentions it detected one capable GPU. This is where it would have the device count, and as you can see, the device 0 is that's the name, the compute capability, the version, the speed here, what we had. It would be using the same functions. And if we look at the actual code, oh my, it's a lot of things, but it should somewhere have those functions. I mean, this is some kind of a utility they have done. The main, and there you go, that's the device count, so it should be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There we get the device count, and that's the loop. So there you go, it is the device properties, and then they just have formatted it into a billion other things. So his name is one property, just cover total global memory could be another, and you pretty much get the idea. You could have a look over this file or the documentation for these, or just play around with this, maybe make some changes here, and that should be pretty much it. So that was it for, I guess, today's lecture. In the next one, I guess we will get started with parallel programming, so that would be the major thing. I would also probably cover the architecture of the GPU, maybe in a later lecture, because I think that's an advanced topic. And I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this lecture, and thank you.